My gosh! Great first two games. The first game going to Gods Reborn, the second game going to Shikagaru and Friends, and the second game just being a meat grinder, just fighting to the end, and I loved it.
Definitely. Do you think they're going to see the Osiris ban? Or are they going to waste another ban, either team, for the Osiris? There goes the Mercury ban.
There goes the Mercury. The Ravana and Mercury were the biggest players in that last game, I feel, from Gods Reborn.
Definitely.
And definitely good bans on their part, because we saw Ravana in 2 games. We saw actually both those gods in both games. So getting rid of that comp and making them look for a new comp is definitely there. Banning the Weeks and the Bologna, both of their 2 major players banned. I can barely wait. And Black
And there
Sun
goes the Osiris.
Oh my gosh! Did I call it or did I call it?
Osiris used to be such a, like, you would never see him play, but now he just picks so much. And there goes the Rama pick, along with Ganesha.
They're looking for that combo, that synergy they had early game, last game, where they were able to take objectives and just get ahead, so far ahead that they couldn't do it. So I want to see what they're going to do in dual lane to counter this amount of clear that they have. Going with the Hades, I'm not surprised it's a priority pick. Hades was a big thing. Got that split penta in the last game that almost
definitely
that led to another penta. I mean, it led to another DSI. And there's a Scotty. All right, so I'm really interested why the Scotty when the Rama's been picked, because the Rama counters it. But maybe they're just comfort. They want to go back to what they did last game. There's only going to be a few tweaks. I'm really interested to see. And Trap Bubble's going with Nemesis. What do you think of Trap Bubble's jungle so far this game?
Definitely when he was playing Mercury, he felt very comfortable. I feel like that was a very much of a comfort pick. He wasn't, in the beginning he wasn't really landing that ult, but he definitely got like better ult hits. Like when they were in the mid lane, he hit all 3. It was led to a 3-man kill. But I feel like now that they got rid of his Mercury, I feel like this might be a pick that he has been using as a more comfort-wise. Like, it's not his main, but it's definitely a 2/3 pick, most definitely.
For all we know, Mercury could be a second, and Nemesis could have been his first. There's nothing, really can't really say anything. This is the first time we're seeing these 2 play, and they banned Susanoo next. I'm surprised to see the Susanoo. But then again, we haven't seen the jungle pick from Shikagaru and Friends.
Most definitely. And then goes the Vulcan ban. They definitely don't want to see that again. First game, Vulcan just devastated.
The Vulcan would counter the Hades so hard is what it would happen. The Hades would ult, the Vulcan would say, there's a sitting target. Pew!
Exactly.
And then you see a nuke come down and there's a dead Hades and his team's like, shit, team fight potential diminished out.
I'm surprised I didn't see the Rama ban. I definitely would have prioritized the Rama over the Mercury.
Considering the fact that the Mercury just kept split pushing and wasn't really relevant in the late game anymore, I feel like the Rama would have been the better thing.
Yes, definitely. And I felt like Mercury last game thought, I'm not doing so well. I'm going to split push and freak out the other team a little bit.
And they didn't. The Shikagaru and Friends.
They kept their calm. They did.
I don't feel like they actually knew they were being split pushed on, but they were just so bullheaded and they just kept going forward. Like similar to, I guess you could say that they were like a Sun Wukong, just charging on forward and hitting everyone with their cudgel and their charge.
Oh, definitely.
I am excited. I'm on the edge of my seat watching this. These bans, like these are the culmination of them playing each other for the last apparently a last hour. We didn't realize, but usually the games have been 30 to 20 minutes long, so we had another game scheduled for 7. I'm sorry to them, but they've let us push it back to 7:45. But not even realizing that, but the game's that last game went on for about an hour apparently, and we didn't even realize it. But,
yeah, definitely.
This game is going to be just as intense. Jesus. And Jing Wei? Jungle? No, what could they be thinking here?
Raijin.
Raijin mid. This is an interesting pick, ladies and gentlemen.
This very much is.
This could define the whole team fight here. With his ult, if he taunts them
yes,
to where he wants them. But if I don't know what's their follow-up going to be? The taunt into the Ganesha, so they can't get out, and then come in and just have Rama ult them, and then just destroy them.
Possibly.
That won't affect Calder or Xing Chen now. Xing Chen ult just comes away with that. And Arachne, that is a
terrifying,
dangerous pick.
And it's a Hercules.
Dangerous pick. That team fight potential just went through the roof. He is not going to die easily. No, neither is Xing Chen. They both have high sustain. These teams are definitely evenly matched. Osiris with his anti-heal countering Hercules. Xing Chen with his sustain, just keeping up with Hercules, and his ultimate countering the Raijins with the taunt. He can just throw all of the enemies back into the Hades ult, and the Scotty being countered by the Rama. The Arachne, I'm not really sure if she'll be countered by the Nemesis or if the Nemesis will be countered by her. Really, it will come down to who has the better team, who plays the objectives better, who wins the team fights. Like we saw last game, one team won the objectives, but the other team won the fights, and the fights won them the game. But I hope Chica Garden Friends learns from their last game and plays to the objective as well.
Most definitely. I was looking at my own thing. It's very possible Ganesha's going to try to ult. They're going to try to get out, and then Raijin's going to ult, try to get them back into it so they take at least 3 ticks of the Ganesha ult, plus the slows. I could definitely see that. Along with that Hercules ult into the Ganesha ult, that would be devastating. This is going to be a good match.
Michael says, can Bale, shield, and ult ball bait? I don't know.
Can bait, shield, and ult.
I don't even. I think he meant bait. Yeah, oh, bait. Okay. Bait, shield, and ult. I guess that's what the Nemesis is good for. She baits, shields, and then ults you. Steals the protections off the Osiris or the Xing Chen. Has them running away, and then has the team follow up, getting rid of them from the team fight. I mean, if if Black Sun plays like he did last game, even with the Osiris, then we will see them probably going after the Osiris a lot with the ults in the team fights, trying to get him out of the front lines, forcing him back or to kill him. And Xing Chen with his ult is going to be the huge worry for them. I'm sure that most of them will have beats first or second item when the team fights are happening. I mean, there's no way for you to really avoid it, no matter who you are. I mean, Rama can ult out after he's been thrown, but the main thing is that the damage will have been done. He'll be out of position. The team will be around. The enemy team will be around him, and he won't have much of a chance to get away. I mean, even if he has his roll, I mean, Arachne can follow up with her ult, or Scotty can follow up with her ult, or Hades will just melt him on landing.
Exactly, I agree with you 100% on everything. It's definitely gonna come out to be who keeps their cool in the team fights.
I mean, I feel like the pressure is now back on God's Reborn, because they came in game one with a huge landslide, right?
Exactly.
And then game two, the team that they thought was lower than them, probably after game one, they probably were trying to like have fun or whatever, just F around. Came back and was like in the face with a Ravana punch. Like, let's not lie here, that was a Ravana punch to the face.
It most definitely was.
Now they're back up. This is round 3. This is the final round, and we're gonna see some bloody fight. I hope that we see just so much fighting.
What do you think God's Reborn have learned from their last match?
You cannot underestimate any opponent, no matter how cocky you win, how badly you win the first game. Game 2 is a different game.
That goes same for the chat. Never underestimate someone. Just because they have one bad game doesn't mean they're trash players. Everybody has bad games.
Someone actually thinks Arachne's a top pick. I think Arachne's a very good god. Oh god, a rank 10 Arachne. What was a Wheelix ranking 5?
Oh my goodness. Keeping that Arachne secured for now, doesn't want them to know. Probably didn't play it the first 2 games, didn't want it to see banned for this last game.
I mean, they could be keeping cards up their sleeves. I know I would if I was them. I know if I was any team, maybe lose game 1, get a feel for the enemy team, give them a full sense of security, and then just destroy them and watch as they squirm.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
It's a dick move, but it's a legitimate move. And then game 3, they're flustered after game 2. Like, what happened? What are we doing? What can we do to get better? Etc. and so forth. While you're calm and you're just bringing out your best god, you're like, okay, it's time. Let's kill them all.
Exactly.
But it only works for the first time you use it. Everyone after seeing this game, I'm sure that the whole league will see this game and be like, we don't want to. Like, if Red Blood Demon plays this right, we will see Arachne bans in the league, and that would be hilarious. And I would love them for it.
That would be an interesting thing to see.
I mean, we've seen Artemis prioritized. We didn't. I mean, you know, if that game had gone a little differently, if they had maybe had a little more communication, the Artemis and the Guan Yu could have just destroyed whole teams, and I could have seen Artemis becoming a potential high-tier ban against that enemy team. You know,
definitely.
like gods. The whole point of Smite is that any god can kill any god, but some gods are more OP. But when you kill an OP god with a lower tier god, it is demoralizing. Like the game is pretty much centered around momentum, in my opinion. A lot of times, it really comes down to who is more confident in themselves and who can actually make that confidence into a reality, into a play, is what's going on. And right now, I feel like Shikugaru and friends, with that last win, has put doubt into God's Reborn's heart a little bit. I am rooting for both teams to come back out and put an excellent fight, but I can't help but feel that Shikugaru and Vince coming into this third game has a huge advantage.
Most definitely. You know, I have my own opinions and who I think's gonna win. I'm gonna keep them to myself. But I see Shikugaru, God's Reborn. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, we have a pause going on.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. 3-minute pause. Every team in the league is allowed a 3-minute pause
per game.
Per game.
Okay.
Per round. Yeah, per round. So let's say you win round 1, but you want to pause before you lose 3 minutes, talk out the game before you go to the next game. Good. You can do that. Pause game 2. You can do that as well. Then pause game 3. But it's only like a 3-minute. It's only a 3-minute pause, and it just really was meant for teams that are flustered to calm themselves down, or to really take a moment to strategize after a big team fight where they want to go, so on and so forth. Because, you know, it's huge. A 3-minute pause is huge. I know it's huge, and if it becomes a problem, I might shut it down. But right now, I think a 3-minute pause is optimal for everyone.
It definitely
in something so new as a competitive Smite League for PS4. Everyone's like, okay, we want to really prove it. That's all I've heard since I started this league is, like, everyone's talking about proving themselves. Everyone's talking about how, like, other teams that do bad make them look bad. Like make the PlayStation community look like things like, and I can't help but want to say to them, like, you know what, the best part about this league is that they're going to grow through that, and by the end of the season, you will probably be sweating, not wanting to face that opponent. But in the end, only the best 2 teams out of each block will prevail, and the finals will be epic. We will see teams that we didn't expect there, I guarantee you. We will see people come into their own and become just amazing players, and no one will be able to deny that they thought they were bad at the beginning, but then they came up, got better. That's why we're offering coaching. That's why we're offering advice. That's why other players can talk to other players in the league. That's why we want you to talk to other players in the league, because we want you to make your own rivals. Like last night, Tyner said, you know, I'm going to put that on the wall. We make our own rivals. We want to make our own opponents. Like every time, every cartoon, every TV show, whatever, the greatest rivalries have been self-made. Like, take a look at Naruto. Naruto made Sasuke his own rival just by, you know, making him his rival, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like one of the most timeless rivalries we have today.
Most definitely.
Like, you know, I am so ready for this.
Well, I don't know if Shikamaru and friends are ready, because they've definitely been paused for almost 2 minutes now. What do you think they're discussing right now?
Well, no, unfortunately, they may not be. Oh, they're unpausing. But maybe they had to do laundry or something. I don't know. Crazy things.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like someone keeps pressing the X button. Like an idiot. Like an idiot.
Okay. Come on, guys.
There we go.
There we go.
So the unpause button is confusing because if someone presses it, it resets, and you're like, okay, that's a surrender vote has started. What's going on?
What's just happening?
Was that an accidental? I don't know. Who surrendered? Shikagaru and friends had to surrender?
Is there something going on?
I don't know. They think they can't win this or something? That's a lot of, that's the biggest
Is there an emergency?
top twos of my life. I mean, there could be an emergency. I don't know. But, yeah.
If it's an emergency and there's a surrender, is that acceptable?
I will have to talk it over with the refs, but right now I think it's just a loss. Oh god, that is the biggest cock tease of my life.
I mean, the rules haven't been broken, apparently, saying by Michael. So we'll have to see what's going on. This is very interesting.
I don't know. We have. I feel a little cheated here.
I definitely wanted to see this.
I wanted to see this too. I feel like there might have been something wrong, or like one of the teams they may have been talking to each other in teams, and maybe Sugar and friends agreed to reset. I mean, I'm sure Michael will get back to me on that. Michael, right? Yeah, Michael said he's something check and see what
Someone
happens.
check.
Something check. Oh. Trevante messaged me.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream.
Oh, they're gonna re-queue, and they said the game was